Tiny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another Discord Dreamsnaps review video. This is a part 2. So we're going to be looking at the other half of the submissions in the Discord. If you do want to be featured in one of these videos, all you have to do is join my Discord and share your dream snaps. That's literally it. And then I can obviously showcase what amazing creations you come up with in videos like this. So yeah, if you do want to be a part of it, you know what to do. Link is in the description. But anyway, why don't we jump over to Discord, have a look and see what the other Villainous Dreamsnaps creations look like. There's once again a lot of fantastic and creative submissions. Honestly, I do think that my Discord has the best submissions out there. So we have some really fun, really creative submissions. I really love to see it. So honestly, super duper excited to see what you've all come up with. And yeah, why don't we jump over to Discord and take a look. Okay, so to begin with, we start off with Jasper with this submission, which I love. It's definitely the old school horror noir like vibes. I love this. It's so good, so creative, so unique. I think this is absolutely fabulous, and I do love that old school horror movie feel that it has. I think that's just wonderful. It does remind me a lot of like some of the horror films that I would sit down with my dad and watch and everything like that. So I love this. Your avatar looks super cute, and I think this is a wonderfully unique take, and I think you did fabulously with this submission. Next up, we have IO Moon Knight with their submission, and I love this. I think it's so fun. All the like plant vibes. It's kind of giving poison ivy, but in a not poison ivy way, if that makes any sort of sense. But yeah, I love it. I love all the kind of like plant aesthetic. The purple and green colors mix well really nicely here. Yeah, I love this. I think this is really unique. I think this looks fantastic, and yeah, this is just a really fun and enjoyable submission. Next up, we have Sophia with their submission, and I love this. All the sparkles and the lights from the projectors. It looks like you're here at your cauldron ready to make some spells. And then the spooky castle in the background is just a very lovely touch. So I think this is a wonderful submission, and I'm really excited to see what your results are. Next up, we have High Five to the Face, who's put, I don't know what this is, but here it is. Got a little graveyard in the back. Hopefully people can figure out that the toilet is the headstone for the fish. I love it. I love it. The toilets. Yes. More toilets and submissions, please. Honestly, if this doesn't get 4K, we riot. We riot. I love it. It's fantastic. And I love that you've included a toilet, especially with all the like toilet stuff that's going on the channel right now. It just feels so perfect and fitting. I absolutely love this. Like, yeah, this is fantastic. This is so good. Obviously your character looks very kind of like witchy. I love all the kind of like magical kind of vibes of stuff, like with the potions, the cosmic figs. Then you've got this skeleton fish here as well. Like, I think this is all very wonderful, and yeah, the toilet is just 10 out of 10. Honestly, respect to our toilet our toilet leaders, whatever, I don't know, toilet gang represent. This is wonderful. 10 out of 10. I love it. Next up, we have Alley Cat with this submission, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, how do people do this? I do wonder, like, people who make submissions like this, how long does it take for you to come up with this kind of concept to build it and stuff like that? I think it's just wonderful. I love how your character looks. I just love the green vibes. Like, it's very on theme and matching. Like, it all works really well together. The fact that you've selectively chosen the green illuminated plants, the green fountains, however you've created this green glowing lighting, like, Yeah, this is just incredible. I'm like mind blown. Then you've obviously gone so far as to use the green snake and the green skin color. Wow, this is a 10 out of 10 submission. This is fabulous. Next up, we have Judith with their Villainous Lair, who's put Oogie Boogie Witchy stuff. And I love this. I think it's super fun. Your character looks super cute. I love that you've gone for the dark eyes as well. I think that is super cute. Yeah, I just think this is a wonderful submission. The potion bottles, the zero gravestone, the Maleficent throne, the spooky castle as well. And I like this kind of angle of it. It's a different perspective from what we usually see. And then all the candles and the Well of Souls. This just looks wonderful. I think this is a really, really great submission. And I think you've done really well with this. Next up, we have Melly B with their submission, and this is super fun. Again, I love that you kind of matched your companion to your outfit. I think that works really, really well. And I like how you've used these kind of like bushes. I forget what they're called. They're like the dead tree bushes or something. I don't know. And it looks like you're kind of like locked in, like your castle's surrounded by these fawns, which I just think works really well for the whole kind of like villainous vibes aspect. I think that just works really nicely, and I think it's a really unique look, and I really enjoy this submission. I think it's super fun, and your character is definitely giving all the villain vibes. I think she looks incredible, really incredible. I love her. Next up, we have Bagel Rena with their submission. And I like that you've used the like ghostly squirrel companion. I think that's a really cute touch. The kind of like glowing foggy vibes is really cute. And I love how you've got Ursula's house in the background here. I'm trying to work out where this is taken. Where is this? Is this in Eternity Isle? Yeah, I think this might be Eternity Isle. I was just trying to work out where this was because, again, it just kind of looks very unique. But yeah, I really enjoy this. I think this is a super fun submission. I love that you've included Ursula back here and she's sort of by the Well of Souls and the cauldron. I think it works really, really well. And I love how you're kind of like surrounded by these candles. I think that's a really nice touch as well. So fantastic job on this submission. I think it's beautiful. Next up, we have Jolly Submission, who's put, gave my wicked witch a little once upon a time vibes with the clothes. When I think wicked witch, I think green and red, so I tried to emphasize those colors. Sorry, it took me a while to get my words out there, but I love this. I think this looks wonderful. I love how you've got Wally here, the monkey to represent like the flying monkeys. You've got Belle here as like Dorothy, Scar as like the cowardly lion, the scarecrow. I think this works really nice together, and the green and red does complement each other very, very nicely. Certainly the red flowers reminds me of the poppies from the scene in A Wizard of Oz. Obviously all the green colors make me think of Emerald City, and then you've got the golden road path. What is it? Yellow Brick Road. That's what it is. Yellow Brick Road. We got there in the end. Yes, it's like the Yellow Brick Road, which I think looks amazing. I think this is wonderfully creative. I love this. And yeah, a really cool take on this theme. And then we have your alternate account, Wicked Witch. So you've put, made use of the fact that I'm a very new player on the alt account, lol. Try to be as creative as I could with what I have. I love this, and I definitely agree with that concept of like, if you're earlier game, kind of using some of the things that are in your valley that other players who have been playing for a long time probably don't have because they've played through those parts of the storyline. So this is in the Forest of Valor. I've actually played through this bit recently on my new account. And this is the orb that you go through to rescue Donald and stuff like that. The like portal. So yeah, I love that you've included these. I think that's really like such a good idea, to be honest. Um Certainly adds to that kind of like magical feel, and again it's just like adding that uniqueness, something that you're not going to see in a lot of other submissions, which I think is wonderful. And definitely, if you are an earlier game player, if you have things like this orb, if you have like the rifts that happen in the sky, if it works with your theme, definitely try and use those to your advantage, because I think it can actually help, because it really adds uniqueness to your shot, which at least for me when I'm voting, sometimes when I see a shot that's a little bit different, I will vote for it because it stands out. It sticks in my mind. So just one thing to consider maybe. But I love this. I think your character looks amazing. The sky looks really pretty right now. So yeah, I think this is a wonderful submission. Next up, we have Queen 234 with their submission. We've gone for a very Ursula vibe here with the Ursula outfit, and then all the Ursula kind of like furniture. So we've got the thrones, we've got like the tables, the lights, the stage. The use of the cauldron here is a really nice touch. I think your character looks really, really cute. I love the submission. I think it's super fun. And I think it's pretty cool that you've invited Mother Gothel along as well. Next up, we have Cole with this Hades look, and I love this. I think this is fantastic. This is so good. Like the Well of Souls, the throne here, the way that it really helps showcase the kind of like skulls that are flying up from these like piano organ things. This is amazing. This is so, so good. Your character looks definitely very evil. I love the decor, the different elements here with like the potions, snow globe, cosmic fig, even like these cores fit in really well. And then obviously these apothecary sets or whatever they're called. This is wonderful. I think this is a really, really good submission. Yeah, I love this. I think this is incredible. 10 out of 10. Amazing. Next up, we have Ali with their Villainous Lair, and I love this. This is very, very cute. I love all the lights running back like these candles. I think that was a really nice touch. Again, you've used Jack, which I will say, like I've said before, I don't consider Jack a villain, but you've definitely hit the villainous vibes with your character. The flamey raven, the red dress, the red kind of like ears and the hair, the green skin, the spooky castle, Jack's house, this hill, the fountains, the Well of Souls. Is the Well of Souls naturally quite dark? I always thought it was a lot more greener. I must be like just forgetting how it looks or something. But yeah, I think this is a wonderful submission. I love the way that the moon is here in the background. I think it really adds to the shot. And yeah, I just think this is actually a really, really fun submission. Certainly very eye-catching and vibrant. So I think you've done amazingly with this. Next up, we have Glitch with their Villainous Lair submission, and she's put, a forest of thorns shall be his tomb, born through the skies on a fog of doom. Now go with a curse and serve me well. Round Stefan's castle, cast my spell. I love it. I love it. It's all the Maleficent vibes. I love this. I think your Maleficent character looks incredible. Obviously the raven here. You've got the spindle in the background, all the fawns, the Well of Souls. Like, this is just wonderful. Yeah, see, look, this Well of Souls in the background here is how I always imagined it looked. But maybe it does get, like, slightly darker at times. Because this is how I picture it in the background here. But I guess maybe it does get a bit darker. Maybe when it swells. I don't know. But this is wonderful. I love this. Maleficent is one of my favorite villains. I absolutely love Sleeping Beauty as a film. I think it's one of my favorites in terms of Disney films. So I think this is really fun to see, really creative. I absolutely adore this submission. Yeah, this is fantastic. Next up, we have Curls Fantasy with their submission. And I love this. Your villain looks so cute, so unique, so different from any other villains that I have seen. I love the skin tone. I love the dress that you've used, the hair with the horns and the ears. Oh, she is beautiful. I love her so, so much. And I love this kind of like mix of these elegant items mixed in with these kind of like villainous evil items. Like you've got the fawns, you've got the Nightmare Before Christmas fountains, but then you've got like this elegant archway, you've got the gazebo. Like I just love this kind of mix of like darkness with beauty. Oh, it's so fabulous. If I could have my valley look like this, I feel like this is a perfect mix of kind of like the vibes that I love. Like it's not too just girly and all of that. It's got this kind of like darkness intertwined with it. This is the kind of like, these vibes are everything. It's immaculate. Honestly, it's so good. And the fact that you've got your companion here, but it's turned into like this really kind of like foggy glow. Oh, honestly, I love this so much. I really do. This is one of my favorites. I think this is beautiful. Even like just the little cobweb poking through. Oh, please come and decorate my valley like this. Make my valley look like this everywhere. I think it's wonderful. I love it. Next up, we have Mamba Jules, who's put excited to be able to look more like my favourite villain, Maleficent. I love it. Finally put into use the one green flame that I kept in my valley for decor purposes. I never used filters, but I did with this one. How do you think it looks? And this is wonderful. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell that you're using a filter. I think it works so well. It's very complimentary. Like, if you told me this image didn't have a filter, I would 100% believe you, because it doesn't look like it does. The fact that you've kept one green flame is just amazing. Great job with that. But yeah, this is great. Obviously, like Maleficent, Gothel, Ursula, like I love that this is kind of like this girl trio kind of vibes. The spooky castle and Jack's castle in the background really kind of works well together. All these fawns and everything. Honestly, this is fantastic. This is a great submission. I really, really enjoyed this. Next up, we have Tawana, who's put, loving the new update. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? And wow, this is so good. I love the kind of like luminescent green of your character. I guess this has been achieved with a filter, I think. Although, correct me if I am wrong. But yeah, this is wonderful. Like the glowing lights from these oil lanterns, even like the pink like anemone plants work really, really well. Your character just pops in this photo. It is so, so beautiful. She looks amazing. Honestly, this is fabulous. I really, really enjoyed this submission. I think this is fantastic. Next up, we have Aurora with their submission, and I love this. I love this. Definitely kind of like evil queen kind of vibes. Love the candles, love the lighting. It's very kind of like, it's not simple, but just like not cluttered, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it's just really nicely decorated. I love the kind of like Venus flytrap here at the front, the green orbs outside the castle, the kind of like smokiness coming from the cauldron, and then in the background from the starlight projectors. This is wonderful. I think this is a really, really good submission. The snake looks really cool. I am a bit intrigued because I didn't think the snake ever looked away from you. So I don't know if this is one of those things that you've quickly switched poses or something. I think this is really well captured, and I love how you and the snake are kind of both sort of looking in the same direction. I think that's really cool. So yeah, I really like this. I think this is great. Next up, we have Princess Star Butterfly, who's done a very Medusa-inspired look. Again, kind of using these statues, which I think works really well. I love the use of like the cobra kind of snake statues as well. The little scramble coin pieces works together really, really well. Yeah, this is just really, really good. I've just noticed Wally and Eve, and I feel really, really bad. Like, it's so cute to see them, like, even in stone form, they're so cute together. Like, the precious little babies. Like Wally's holding out his boot to Eve forever, and oh, my heart. Little Eve and Wally, I love that. But yeah, I love this. I think this is a great submission, really fun, and I love that you've kind of gone for like this sandy dunes look, which I think is very different from a lot of the other submissions we've seen. So I think this will certainly stand out when voting. Now, next up, we have mine and Phoebus's submission. So this is for the Dreamsnap experiment we're doing. So the whole idea wasn't necessarily to try and create a 4K Dreamsnap. It was just to create a Dreamsnap that looked basically identical on both accounts, and that basically we could see how much of a difference tags make. So I've tried to maximize my tags. So that's both mandatory and suggested, because when we talk about maximizing tags, suggested tags are included there. So yeah, so we've got this submission here. It's very simple. We just have the Well of Souls at the front. I have got Scar's cooking pots at the front as well to create this glow coming off it. We have the Maleficent throne in the background, and then just a bunch of like fawny decor. I have hidden a bunch of items behind these like fine wall pieces. So that's how I've managed to get my tags this high. And then if we go over to the submission for Phoebus, we can see it is slightly different. It's really hard to kind of match up those poses. I think Phoebus's character is slightly closer in this image than I've got in mine, but we can see the tags here are only 5 and 12, whereas mine were in the hundreds. So I guess the idea is to have a look and see how well of or how much of a difference the tags make. Now, no matter the outcome of this experiment, it won't be conclusive. In order to check if it's conclusive, you would need to do this repeated times. And see if there's consistency with those results, because there are a lot of variable factors when it comes to Dreamsnaps anyway, such as who's voting on your submissions, what it's paired up against, and things like that. So this submission, I do feel, is very, very simple. I'm not expecting 4K with my submission, because I feel like it definitely is a bit underwhelming compared to some of the other submissions we've seen in the Discord. But the main thing I want to do is see if there is a vast difference between my submission and Phoebus's submission. So I think that's going to be interesting to find out. Obviously, another thing to bear in mind is that obviously I've not done the bare minimum tags with Phoebus submission. So does just going over make the difference, or is it like bare minimum or lots? Like, there's a lot of variables. I think it's fun kind of looking into this whole Dreamsnaps and how it works and stuff like that. It would be interesting, because like if in some degree it's proven or conclusive that tags have a big impact, then I feel like that would offer a lot of answers to people who have made submissions and kind of wondered why it might have fared poorly when they've come up with something really creative, really striking, really great, and stuff like that. Like, maybe it offers some answers so that people don't feel so much pressure. Like, it may not be that your submission's bad. It may just be that the tags weren't right, or things like that. So yeah, that's just some of the things that I kind of think about or consider and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm curious how to this experiment's gonna go. Um, and I am excited for Wednesday to kind of get the results and see if we come to any conclusions. Who knows? Maybe my high tags does worse than Phoebus's low tags. That would be really exciting to see and really offer a different perspective and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited either way, no matter what the results are. Next up, we have Taki Okami-chan, and this is a great submission. I love this. The purple glow from the projectors at the front. It's kind of like sort of symmetrical, but not. So we've got these like two pillars. We've got the two like alien plants from like Eve's Quest. We've got the windows on the back wall, again, kind of like symmetrical, and the floating candles, which I like. But then there's a lot of decor items which vary and are very different and unique. And I love it. I love that you've included the cauldron, the Well of Souls, all the potion bottles and things like that. I think it works really, really well. And I love how the like haunted mansion wallpaper works with this like Nightfawn themed one. I think they just work really well together. So this is a wonderful submission, and I do love that you've got your companion indoors as well. I think that's so fun. Next up, we have Blush Danielle with their submission, the Villainous Lair one, and I love this. This is so fun. I love the like this is the Nightmare Before Christmas like archway. I think that looks wonderful how you've kind of like connected them in this row here. That looks wonderful. I love the glow from all the lights, these like swampy trees, the like apothecary like stands, the like potion cupboards, whatever you want to call them. These flowers look really, really nice together, and then these fountains. This is a wonderful submission. I think this is super fun, super creative, and I just love the look of this photo. I think it's really cool. So great job with this. Next up, we have Nia with their submission, and I love this. How cute does your character look? How detailed is this photo? Like, we can see like the textures, which I love. I think your character looks wonderful. I love the snake hair. I love the fact that you've used Ursula's throne. I love all the gold and treasures. And this is a really cool and unique angle, which I really, really enjoy. I think this is super fun. I really like this submission. It's just so eye-catching and striking. I think it's so well framed. I love the use of like the cobra statues here in the back. Like, yeah, this is wonderful. I love this. I love this. You've done amazingly. This is perfect. I love it. I love it. Next up, we have Queen 234, which I feel like we did a submission for Queen. Did we? Did we do one earlier? Yeah, she changed her submission. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at this. So this was the original submission, and going back and scrolling to what your new submission is like, I think you've done a great improvement. I think this shot could have been improved if it was like a closer viewpoint. There's a lot of empty space at the front of this image, so I think either you would need to fill out the room more, or you would need to take a closer shot. But this was a great submission to start with, so well done on that. Next up, we have Angel of Thursday with their Welcome to the Statue Garden submission. I love this. I love that you've got the Eric statue kind of like directly in the middle. I love that it's like in front of this face, which is in Eternity Isle. Like, I think that was a really cool place to put it. I love that you've got the two Maui statues, then the two Turning Red and the two Lion statues. Like, there's a nice kind of like symmetry vibe with this, and then the mix of like these blue lights which complements the blue in the background, and then also these purple lights. I think the colors work really well because it's really replicated in your character's outfit, which I love. So I think that's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I love this. I think this is a really, really fun submission. I think you've done really well with this. Like, yeah, I like this. This is good. This is really good. Next up, we have Fora, who's put, I did something simple and easy this week so I can focus on update stuff, which I understand. And I do sort of wonder if maybe that's why the recent themes, like this Villainous Lair one and the companion challenge are very similar to challenges we've had before. Like, we've had a lot of Villainous Dream Snaps. We had a Critter Love theme, so I do think they're maybe sort of reusing ideas from before. And I wonder if that's partially because they're like, okay, people are going to be focused on the update. Let's give them really simple themes. Or maybe they went this route because they were like, well, we've added a lot of customization features, so let's give people a way to use them maybe. Or maybe Gameloft are out of ideas and they need someone creative to come in and tell them what Dreamsnap's themes they should do. I don't know. But either way, I think this is a wonderful submission. I don't think it's too simple. I love how the throne looks. I love like the symmetry. I think that looks wonderful. Your character looks great. I think she looks incredible. And I love the kind of like the red and the purple. Like, I think that's really nice. Like, you've used these like maple trees, and then these like red plants from Eternity Isle, I think work really well together. And I do like the sparkles from the projector. I think that's really fun. I love that we're seeing a lot of those lights in submissions. So yeah, this is a great one. I love this. Next up, we have Christian Henry with their submission, and I like this. This is fun. Very unique take. I love that you've included like the Monsters Inc. hat. So it looks like you're a citizen of Monstropolis. Using the tights here. The greeny coloured tights, I think is really fun. And then we've got this spooky castle backdrop, which I think works really, really well as well. So yeah, this is really unique and I really enjoy this. And then lastly, we have Baby Ghoul with their submission. And this is so beautiful. Are you kidding me? How beautiful is your character? I love her. I love her. She is wonderful. She is amazing. I love this. Definitely kind of like villainous vibes, but a kind of like less scary kind of villainous vibes, but still villainous. So I really enjoy this. I think this is really fun. I love that you've used the like spooky squirrel companion. You've got the bird in the background here, the kind of like fog coming from the cauldron. I like how it looks with this like is this called like the honored place thing or something? It's a furniture item you get. I think that works really, really well. Like even using like the tree stump here. There's a lot of detail and a lot of elements to this photo, which I really love. And of course, as I said, your character looks amazing. So this is a wonderful submission. I really, really enjoy this. I love seeing your submissions each week because I think they are really, really pretty. So great job on this one. Okay, so there we have it. That's our Dreamsnap submissions for the Villainous Lair challenge. Oh, Gaston, why did you have to come over and flex? Like, what was that? That was totally unnecessary. Why? Get out of here. um, yeah, they were really fun submissions. I really enjoyed looking at those. Really creative ideas. I think you all did really, really well for that week's challenge, especially since it was after the update. And obviously a lot of us were all busy with the update, so I think you all came out with some really, really fantastic and fun submissions. So great job on that. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a little like. You can leave a comment. It really helps me out as a small content creator. And if you do want to be featured in a video like this, all you have to do is join the Discord and share your dream snaps. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!